Greetings, Earthlings et al. As a longtime sufferer of giant head syndrome or bigamous nogginus, learning to sew has helped me customize different garments to accommodate my lollipop-like silhouette. Lock up your husbands, ladies. Are you familiar with the Bootstrap's custom dress form? It's a company which developed a drafting software where you can input your personal measurements into specific fields and it will generate a custom pattern from which you can make a custom cloth dress form. There are tons of tutorials and reviews of its ultimate quality on YouTube, and it seems like the general consensus is akin to what my piano teacher used to tell me. It's almost good. I actually think it's really cool. The only problem is, while they had an option for square shoulders, they did not have an option for SpongeBob level square shoulders. I also thought it would be nice to have a removable cover I could wash, as my girl is not a bather. Ah, there she is. Nice and dusty like her mother. This reminds me of the ritual derobing of the mannequin ceremony I'm sure we've all experienced as children. Good times, good times. I need to at least lint roll her because any room I inhabit gets as dusty as Miss Havisham's place for obvious reasons. They had a flash sale on their custom dress form cover, which is meant to compensate for discrepancies with the original form's shape by securing padding under this new cover. I actually got mine with exact measurements of my first, so we'll be able to see what the difference is between the two versions. First, I had to print out the pattern via the email link and cut off the error margins to line up the actual pattern. This takes a while, so don't be like me and get "It's a Small World After All" stuck in your head at this point. Then I attempted to freeball putting the pieces in the right order, and I struggled like a chihuahua trying to learn chess. Finally, I broke down and read the very simple diagram. But also like a chihuahua, I will never admit I did anything wrong. I need to tape the pattern together, and I'll focus where the pattern needs most reinforcement. Please ignore the hair in the tape. Just be glad I'm not cooking you chili. I'm going to use this remnant of white stretch polyester I acquired a while ago. While it looks and feels quite nice and silky, the sheerness would make you the talk of the town, if that town was Areola City. Pin and cut. The new bleach and tone. Should I be more precise than this? Probably. But this kind of stretchy fabric is unbelievably annoying, and it doesn't care who your dad works for. I'll do my best sewing it together, and then I'll trim the chaos down as cleanly as possible. Time to read some directions. Bootstraps gets called out a lot for confusing directions. I won't say that's untrue, but if I'm able to wade through them, then I really think anyone can. First step is stitching the upper side fronts to the upper center front. By the way, I'm using a jersey/knit needle because I've got some. You don't need to finish the edges, but I'm going to use a stretch stitch to mimic a serger because it does tend to even out some jankiness, and these seams will be visible through the fabric. Next, sew the lower side fronts to lower center front. By the way, I'm using a slightly longer stitch length for a slight bit of stretch. Finish with hemming the bottom with a double fold and zigzag stitch. The directions say measure the total hemline opening and divide by 2 to get the elastic length. So I'm going to cover the shoulder pads in muslin to help it blend into the original form because the cover fabric is as transparent as the skin under my eyes. I thought I had some rogue shoulder pads, but I guess that was just a flashback to my disco glory days. I'll use this bra pad because if you notice my boobage situation, you would understand I will never be making this happen. I'm simply going to finish the edges on the outside so there's less bulk. Thank you for your time today. I wanted to mention that while the pattern is meant to have a negative ease and I use the exact same measurements as my original, the cover fits quite loosely and sags in many places. So, did this project turn out perfect? No, of course not. But I am glad I made it because if I ever need to fake my own death, this will make it just that much easier. I'm going to link my Depop below if you want to take a look at my wares. Consider subscribing or leaving me any ideas for other projects in the comments. Take care!